friends, Glenda Mollett here, and welcome to my craft room. It is September. My gosh, where did summer go, people? It just went like that in a flash. Flash and a half. All right, why are you not showing me? Oh my gosh. Facebook kills me sometimes. There we are. All right, get it shared into group. There we go. Now we're going to push that button to expand it, and it's still not doing it right. Oh, my Lanta. I don't know, people. We're just going to go with it, right? We're going to. Hello, Alice. Okay, so Alice is on Facebook. Hopefully, or on YouTube. The moon is having effect on technology. I don't know what it is, but I tell you, I've done had enough. And I had to learn something new today because I'm volunteering at our fall fair for the weekend. So they had me in the office today selling extra tickets to the vendors. I'm in charge of the home show part of the fall fair. I get to tell people where to go. Perfect. Hi, Norma. Hello, Connie. So I had to learn how to use a point of sale, the technology today. The Wix. I now know how to use the Wix app. It's like that. I was impressed. I learned it, and I didn't have to figure it out 17 times before I learned how to do it. So it was pretty good today. I'm kind of proud of myself. And I only had to do it the once. Sorry, I stamped out some stuff and I'm die cutting it. So I only had to learn it once because tomorrow when I sell them, it's only cash. They can't use a charge card or a debit card or anything. They have to pay in cash. I'm impressed because now I think it says that I think it's showing me the YouTube count, which it hasn't done that in a long time. Let me go over onto Facebook and see what's going on. Oh, maybe it's Facebook. Anyways, I have no idea what is going on with this. And I know there's comments. Okay, let's just do that. We'll do that. We'll do this. Go over here. Put this one up over top of it. Maybe I get to see them all. I just don't get to see how many people are there. That's okay. Hello, Kathy. Oh, good. I'm glad you can make it live. No, I don't see 3, Alice. I see 5, which I think was Facebook. Okay, so tonight, let me put this die on before I lose it. Tonight, I am going to share with you how to make a super fun Christmas card using the Tractor & Co. bundle. Let me just put that bit. Here we are. And I'm going to introduce you to a new class I designed over the weekend and a card that I got from Valerie. So let me flip you around because, you know, you've seen enough of this mug. Let's get to the important stuff. So I got the card from Valerie. Look at this. She did the, oh my God, what's it called? It was in my head and now it's gone. It's a technique. If anybody can tell me what the technique is, let me know. So you cut your letters out of designer paper and then put them back on top. Elliptical, maybe eclipse. The eclipse technique. Yay, I remembered. Hi, Susie. Yeah, oh, thanks, Connie. Yes, eclipse. Only Valerie took extra color and put it under. Can you see? She put some fancy paper under there. So thank you, Valerie. I appreciate it. Hello, goodbye. Oh, my son just opened the door and said goodbye. I wasn't saying goodbye to you. Honest. Okay, Winter Creative Escape. Early bird registration ended yesterday. Now you have until the 15th of September to secure your spot. If you are an elite stamper and you have not registered, please get in touch with me because I am extending early bird registration for my elite stamper people. Now, you're wondering what an elite stamper is? Let me tell you. It's somebody who's been to one of my creative escapes in the past. So the minute you register for this one, if you haven't registered for one before, you become an elite stamper and you get early access to registration, and I extend the early bird registration date for those people for 24 hours. So you've still got some time. And I designed a new class over the weekend. It is called the Lights of Aurora class. I used the Lights of Aurora designer paper and the lights and shoot, what are those dies called? Light and Wonder dies. So these dies. Now, if you have other tree dies that have mountains in them, you could do the class with those, but you really need the designer paper to make these cards the way they will give you a pop. So they're Christmas cards, and they're my extra class for October, my regular class. So this is the one that is class, club, and monthly tutorial subscription. Class gets these 3 cards. This is an exclusive club card, and this one is the monthly tutorial subscription bonus card. So if you are part of my team in my first level, you get tutorials for all of these. If you are part of my monthly tutorial subscription, you will get the tutorials for these 3 plus this one. If you're part of my monthly club, then you get tutorials for all of them and you get kits for 4. And registration is open now. It'll go out in my newsletter tomorrow. But if you're watching now, there is a registration link in my LinkTree. Let me just grab that link and put it in the comments. Hello, Kim. See if I can find somewhere to put it. There we go. And so it's on Facebook. And I don't know if you're watching on YouTube, I'll put it in YouTube afterwards. So you can register for this now. Registration is open till the 15th. You can $20 gets you kits for 3 cards. $79 gets you the kits plus the dies plus the designer paper, and you'll get the kits at half price. $138 gets you the full Lights of Aurora suite, plus you get the kits for 3 cards for free. Now, if you want my monthly tutorial subscription, you can get that too. And if you want to be part of my club, we can make that happen because a club is an ongoing thing now. There's no start and end date anymore. So now you're wondering, what card are we doing? Here we go. So this is a card in honor of our oldest grandson. I always say mine, but it really is our oldest grandson, the one that works on the farm. I thought this could be cool to show him what he could be doing in the winter months. But of course, he doesn't work in the winter months. So we're going to make this card, and there's the inside, and there's the envelope. And I will show you how I did it. Now, you're probably thinking that's weird because there should be snow on the ground, and if it's Christmas trees. But just remember where I live, because we don't typically have snow on the ground in early December to get the when you go get your Christmas tree. You are in dirt, not snow. I missed you guys tonight. Last night, I was busy with family stuff. It was a long weekend here in Canada and in British Columbia. I've got these already stamped, so I'm just putting the dies on them. There we are. And we had a family dinner last night, which was wonderful. Okay, so I've got the trees are all done, the wheels are all done, and the seat. So I just got the tractor and the wagon to do, and I don't think they're going to both fit on here, so I might have to grab some more white. Did you guys have a good weekend? Did you get to do fun stuff? Our fall fair is happening this weekend. Ooh, I can get it on there. So this is going to be my last live until next Monday because I am busy. Tomorrow night, I'm busy from 5 to 10. And then, so that tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday, I'm busy from 5 to 10. Friday, at Saturday and Sunday, I'm busy from like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So there will be no Facebook Lives. And then Monday, I will be back at 4 o'clock Monday afternoon, and we'll start our trilogy with the, what's it called? Traditions of Christmas suite, the one that I'm featuring in my Creative Escape, because next week you still have a chance to register. And I know if you're like me, you kind of like to see the cards before you, or see something with the cards before you register. I have to cut this because they're too close together, and I don't want to cut one die on top of the other die. I'm just, I didn't tell you what I'm using. Guess I should do that. Okay, I will. I am using Garden Green, Memento, Balmy Blue, and Real Red, and a Wink of Stella, the Tractor & Co. stamp set and dies. You can get this as a bundle. This is an online exclusive. It's not in the catalog, and it's available now. It came out in July. And then I'm using the Spooky Halloween, this in the background to kind of look like maybe it's snowflakes. And I'm going to finish it off with some muted palette dots. I hadn't used these before I created this card, so I think it's going to be fun. Okay, let me die cut these goodies out. Now, I'm not seeing comments. Is it because I'm not scrolling? Oh, yes, it's because it's not scrolling for me. Hi, Pat. Connie says she did the same thing she does every weekend, make cards. It was a long weekend down in the US for you guys too, right? Oh, Norma volunteered for Salmon Fest Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oh, girl, you were busy. Alice, a little bit of fun, a little Cinderella chores, and visiting with an elderly friend. At the fair? Yes, I'm at the fair. I'm at the fall fair, Susie. Could you stamp with Wink of Stella for the snowflakes? Yes and no, Alice. You can stamp with Wink of Stella, but it doesn't work like you would think it would work, because in order to do it, you have to squish some of this onto something, because painting it on the stamp, I don't think it would work. But you never know. Give it a try and let us know. I'm sure we would all love to know. I'm not sure whether I'm going to try it tonight or not. We'll see. Okay. All my bits are done. Isn't it nice to have your bits done? All right, so there, I was looking for my kit. I am using Balmy Blue 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and folded in half. That's the background. Then I have, hang on, I've got to sneeze. Pardon me. I have 3 strips of pecan pie two-tone cardstock. So one side is light and one side is dark. And I'm going to rip them and make the field. And then a piece of white that is a 1/2 inch for the sentiment. And then I had 5.5 by 4 1/4-ish to do all the bits, and then 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. Okay, so let's get the rest of the stamping done. We have to stamp. We have to stamp the inside and the envelope. So I'm going to grab my garden green. So what I did was I stamped the trees and then put a few snowflakes on them. Man, I wish this thing was scrolling. Wouldn't it be nice if it did? If I remember, we'll give it a try and see what happens. Okay. Stamping 2 trees on the inside. And let's stamp 3 trees on the envelope just to be a bit different. And I went right down to the bottom so it didn't look like they were floating. All right. Now, we'll put this away. And I'm going to get out Balmy Blue and the snowflakes. I'm just going to add a few snowflakes around the trees. This is more than I put on the original one I made, but it looks so cute. And a couple on here. There we go. All right, so that's the inside and the envelope done. Now we're going to take this and if I just take Wink of Stella and do this, first of all, it's going to take me forever. And I don't know whether this is the one that's working good or not. I might just have to check. And I'm going to do it down here where it's going to be covered up just so I can see what's going to happen. Yeah, you don't get much of a bling happening on there. Let's just try this one. I don't mind experimenting. As long as if it doesn't work out, I can cover it up. You would have to do this when you have a lot of time. Yeah, there's not much sparkle happens because they're quite small. I think if you had a larger image, it would work better. But now we know. Okay, I am going to clean this so I don't get Wink of Stella in my ink pad. And we're just going to put some snowflakes randomly hanging out in the sky. Just like this. And I'm going down far enough that it'll go underneath where I put the ground. Okay, let's see how that is when we put the ground on there. All right. Now So on this one, I use dark, light, dark. So I think I'll use dark, light. Oops. I say dark and then I put light. There we go. We'll go like that. And I'm not going to tear them together because I want them to be different. And when you tear something, kind of do it so that it's not straight. There's one. This is the light one. Now these strips are 1/2 inch by 5.5. So they're going to go right across the whole front like that. And then dark side. And you want the side facing you that you're going to have showing, because that way you get the white edge. If you don't want the white edge, then you use the other side. So if I didn't want a white edge, I would use that side. If you want a white edge, then you use this side. And I love this for the two-tone cardstock, that it's got a white core, and we can do this. Now I'm not going, this is the first one, and I'm not going to put adhesive right up at the top because I want to be able to put some trees in there. And I'm just going to use this one kind of as a guide of where to start. There we go. And then the light one, and I'm going to put trees in behind it as well on this side. So we'll just put some ink, some adhesive there. And we'll put this on. And then we have one more, and it's not going to have trees in behind it, so I'll be able to put glue all the way across. Now my nose is running. Good Lord. There we go. So there's our field. And if you want, you could take your Wink of Stella. Oh, wait, it's got blue on it now. There we go. And just go along the edge and give it a little bit of sparkle on that torn edge. So we had to get a hold of our city because we had a danger tree in our gully hanging over top of our house that came down in the last windstorm. And they had to come today with the tree bucket and remove that. And they also removed 2 dead ones that were beside it. So we lost 3 trees in the gully today. Our poor maple trees they're getting to the point where their lifespan is coming to an end, which I didn't think maple trees did, but apparently they have a lifespan. There. So there's a little bit of, you probably can't see it, a little bit of bling on the white parts. Okay, where did I put all my die cuts? Oh, hi, how you doing? Okay, that and that, and this. All right, we're gonna put one set of trees in behind here, and then I'm going to go in with the dimensionals, and I'm going to put dimensionals on them underneath the top of them, so it lifts them up a little bit. There we go. There's one set. Now we'll do the same thing with this set. And today was a sad day because the $1 ice cream at McDonald's offer on their app came to an end yesterday. So we couldn't go and get $1 ice cream cones today. So I was a bit sad because I have discovered over the summer that life is too short not to have ice cream every day. And that is thanks to my granddaughter, our granddaughter, who came on holidays from Cornell, came down to the island to visit us and other people. And that was her philosophy. While she was on holiday, she wanted ice cream every day. Hi, Lena. You could, Alice, you could use that torn piece for extra rows. You could just cut this a little bit wider and cut it in half or rip it in half. You'd have two. But yes, instead of throwing that away, you could very well use them as extra rows. Okay, there's our trees. Now let's put our tractor together. I'm going to run a bead just along the hubcaps here. Not hubcaps. What is this thing called on a tractor? Wheel wells? Because I'm going to put the wheels on and then we're going to put dimensionals on the back of them. Anybody knows what these, they're kind of fenders, I guess. I didn't put the fenders on this one. There is so many different ways to grow, to create these tractors. There's that and this. Now, I kind of want them to be at the same height because, you know, it's always handy when your tires are at the same height. And there we go. Now we have our seat. And to do the seat, I'm just going to run a little bit of Tombow right along the bottom there. And it's going to go right here. Like that. There. Okay. Now, I've put the trees in. So a little bit of glue along the top of the wagon. So who's excited about ordering tonight? The catalog goes live at midnight tonight. I know I have a couple of people have sent me their orders. I know they're excited about it. I'm excited about it. I get to order all the papers and everything for my paper shares. And the sweets and bundles for the festive friends card class, the collaborative one that I'm doing with Denise Cox. Get to order all that stuff tonight. Because although we can order all of that stuff as demonstrators, we have a limited supply that we can only get one of each thing. So I can't order a whole bunch, but I can tonight. All right. Getting there. One here. And then I want to put a strip on the seat. So I don't want that seat to come off. And then maybe we'll put a strip on the wheel and the smokestack. Anybody else feel like it's fall out there? It's warm, but the air has the feeling of fall. Okay, put our tractor on. The liners off all this. And I haven't gone out for my walk in 2 days. Yesterday, I did 10 videos for my creative escape. So all of those videos are all done. Yay. Big load off my mind. So, and I started at, when did I start? Like 9 o'clock yesterday morning. And when hubby got home at 5:30, I had just finished. So I didn't get my walk in. And then this morning, I thought I was going to be longer and walk further at the fall fair than what I did. So I didn't go. So when I'm done here, I'm going for my walk. It'll be a shorter walk than normal, but it's still going to be a walk. There we go. Ta-da! Now I'm going to take some Wink of Stella and I'm going to put some dots on the trees. I don't want to do over top of the whole thing because I don't want to reactivate that ink and have all the white lines on the trees go away. So I'm just dotting. And then you could also dot over top of the stars in the sky. And one last tree. Just make sure when you change from one color to another that you clean your pen off. So you could go in and just do the centers of these big ones. Just add a little bit of blingy bling bling to the sky. Alice, to answer your question, it is actually faster to do it this way, to stamp it and then go over top of them, than it was to put this onto the stamp, and it works better. You get more bling. There we are. Oops, I missed one. Hello, Diana. Yes, Diana agrees. Feels like fall and cool evenings. Thanks, Kathy. Kathy lives in the prairie provinces, so this tractor's right up her alley. I had a really cute card. If I had time last night, I was going to go live, but I couldn't. So I showed. Did anybody see my card from last night, the snowman one? Okay. Greeting, memento. Oh, Kathy says it's starting to feel like fall where she lives too. And now my tomatoes are all finally ripening. And I actually got a zucchini. I don't know why I can't grow zucchinis. I tell you, I kind of did both ends of this, but I'm not loving it. So I'm going to do just one end. My mom used to be able to grow zucchinis back before zucchinis were popular. This is like when I was a kid. And she used to grow them like nobody's business. I can't grow zucchini. I don't know what it is. It's probably the fact that I don't have a garden to do it in. They grow in boxes. Woohoo! Yay! Now let's put some bling on the side of my driveway. So, and they're in full sunlight most of the day. Okay, going to put, these are in Mossy Meadow, Cloud Cover, Daffodil Delight, and Petal Pink. Well, I'm not going to use Daffodil Delight or Petal Pink. Let's use some Mossy Meadow ones. A couple in here, and we'll use some cloud cover ones. I could have used cloud cover for this card. I just thought of that. Here we are. The bling is done. The card is done. 8:05, and that card is finished. So although there's a lot of parts to it, you could make a few of these and it wouldn't take you too long. Norma says she can't grow zucchini either. My dad grew lots and lots of zucchini, made it look easy. You know, Norma, maybe they've just hybridized everything right now that they don't grow as prolific as they used to. I don't know what it is. But we had one for dinner tonight and it was yummy delicious. Okay. But there should have been like 6 or 8 of them out there and there was not. I'm clearing my space here so I can do the draw for Share It Saturday for August the 23rd. Thanks, Connie. Okay, let's put that there and flip that around. I'll take my phone down. This pop socket on this one is not as easy to use as my last phone. But shh, don't tell my son because he made it happen for me. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go over here. There we go. Share It Saturday for Saturday, August the 23rd. Oops, I can't reach my computer. Hang on. Oops. Okay, delete that and delete the row and shuffle once, shuffle twice. And the winner for Share It Saturday for August the 23rd is, get my pencil out here so I can write it down. Carol. Carol F. Congratulations, Carol. I will send a card and a little gifty out to you. And we'll just do this. Flip that. There we go. I'm back. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. Has anybody got any questions? Remember the Lights of Aurora paper? I showed you that. Hi, Brenda. Thank you. Oh, it's only +3 in Saskatchewan. Oh, brr. That's weird because the comments are not coming through on Facebook. Bizarre. I don't know. I'm just glad it's coming through on my program. Oh, you guys are so kind. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What was anything else I can tell you? Do you want to see the Lights of Aurora designer paper? We have lots of time. I should have had that other card here. I could have made the other card. I wonder if I can fake it. No, because I don't even know what colors I'm supposed to use. All right, well, I guess that's it then. Oh, wait, Kathy says sure. Hang on, let me get it. I'm going to put my phone back up here. And do this. Do that and plug my phone in so it does not die. Oh, hello, Milo. Milo the cat. All right, so this is 6x6 paper, and there's 6 different sheets, and you get 8 of each sheet. So there's the 6 different ones. So this one This is really intriguing to me. I love this. And then they have just a wash on the back side, and this one is Berry Burst. And then this one, oh, and the cards I created are stunning. That stamp set was, hang on. Diana's asking what stamp set I got the snowflakes from. Spooky Halloween, right there. Okay, so this one, and it's got a blue wash on the back. Look at this one. So this one, when I made the card, I just used half of it because you can get 2 cards. Because it only shows the sky, and then I have like hills and trees and stuff on there. And then that has a Lost Lagoon wash on the back. And this one, I love it. And it's got a Highland Heather wash on that one. And then there's this one. And this has got Gorgeous Grape. And this one, that is Basic Black. So those are the colors that are in the designer paper. Black, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Berry Burst. Pool Party, and Lost Lagoon. You're very welcome, Diana. So the artist, when the artist created this, I saw a little blurb on the Stampin' Up website that showed how she did these. She did them, they're chalk drawings. So she put the chalk on paper, different colored chalks, and then she took, oh, this one's upside down. And then she took a sponge and she just dragged the chalk down, and that's what made the Northern Lights part. Isn't it gorgeous? So the cards for my class, here's sneaky peekies of them. You see that? So this one's got paper there. This one's got paper there. That one's got paper in there. This one has paper up there, and that one has paper there. So half sheets, you're going to get double the cards out of them. And you can do this class with the light and wonder dies. These ones. I didn't buy the stamp set. So all the sentiments come from, what is it? Traditional labels and seasonal tags. So whatever sentiments you want for your cards, you don't have to have the bundle. And the inside of them I did with a tree from Ornamental Christmas. So just any tree stamp for the inside. So you don't need to have a specific stamp set or bundle for these cards. These dies are different than any of the tree and mountain dies that we've had in the had previously, but there's no reason why you can't make something that you already have work for you to make these cards. But I do suggest you get the paper because the paper is what makes these cards. So, for instance, you have a mountain. There's your sky, and then you have a mountain, and then you have some big trees. Let's do this upside down so you can see the trees like that. And then you have some trees like this. And then this piece here cuts out a lake. So then you put a lake, and then you have these trees that have this little divot at the bottom. So then you have like your mountains, and then some trees, and you still see your mountain, and then you have this water, and then these trees at the front. So it's just a matter of layering for all of these different cards that I created, and I had so much fun. Another one of these sets where I had to stop creating because I had to move on and get other things done. Some days are like that when I get busy and I want to keep going with something. And this was one of those bundles that did that. Or one of these, this and this together, stunning, people. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so I think that's it. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have enjoyed tonight's journey for the Tractor & Co. Christmas card. If you are in Port Alberni, or neighborhood, I've set my catalog launch date. I'll be having a catalog launch party. Oh, I should put that in the newsletter that goes out tomorrow too. It will be held on Tuesday, the 16th of September, 1 to 4 here at my house. Now, Susie, I know you work until 4, so if you want to come later, let me know, and I will leave everything up until 5. And then 7 to 9, I'll do it virtually here on Facebook and on YouTube. So I've been working my tail off to get samples done for you. There'll be samples. There will be the products that I have will be out so you can touch them and feel them and enjoy them. There will be the usual 3 draws, one just for coming, one for doing the treasure hunt, which I got to get my button gear and do, and one, if you place an order, everybody who places an order, their name goes into a draw. So now I would like some input if you're still hanging out there with me. Can you tell me, for the draws, do you prefer to have product credit to use towards another order? Or do you want me to give you a package of bling? Do you want some new bling? Or do you want product credit to use on what you... Hello, Susan. It's fun. Okay, so Susan, I hope you had a good day. I hope your thumb is doing well. You're able to get back to work soon. Connie says a card. You want a card? Alice says it's a hard choice. I'm open. I know that in the past couple of years, I've done product credit, but it doesn't get as exciting as actually handing somebody a piece, like a thing of embellishments. Susan says product credit. I'm thinking product credit too. If you have input, leave a comment. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment and let me know what you think. If you were to come to my catalog launch party, either in person or virtually, and you want your name in 1, 2, or 3 of the draws, would you want the prize to be a product credit to use on a future order, or some of the brand new embellishments in your hand? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And that's it for me. I'm going to go now. Susan says product credit. Susie says bling. Susie, don't forget to let me know if you want to come to the launch party. Otherwise, I will be cleaning up at 4, but I know you work until 4, so I can leave it. I can leave it up for an extra hour for you. All right, people. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It's been fun stamping with you, and I won't be live now until next Monday at 4:00 p.m. And I will be doing. I will start. The week will have 3 traditions of Christmas cards, because although I made 10 for the Creative Escape, I didn't put it down. I made at least 15 cards. Thanks, Lena. Okay, Susie. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be in Glenwood. My whole life will be in Glenwood. Thanks, everybody. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and a good weekend. And I will see you next Monday. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.